Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock. Happy Friday to you all. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go get me some crabs, some blue crabs. It's a Charleston thing, honey. Down south thing, but Charleston thing especially, honey. So yeah, what are you guys doing for the 4th? It's so crazy right now. Like, with all this craziness going on in the world, like, it doesn't even seem like the holidays to me. Like, at all. It's just like, listen, we are just going with the wind right now. So I wanted to chat with you all about pushing past fear, right? Because there's a lot of people who are missing out on blessings and missing out on, their desires because they're fearful. And see, in order to be fearless, you have to be sure that you have your confidence up where it needs to be. And when I say confidence, I don't mean in the physical sense, looks and all that stuff. Well, I mean, if that's what makes you feel confident, then yeah, that. But for me, what makes me feel confident is when I'm tapped in spiritually and I'm aligned and I am working in my purpose and my calling, because once you're tapped in spiritually, you will want everything else on the outside, your exterior to start matching up with, how you feel internally. But there's this misconception for many people, like, that I am this fearless queen, honey. And listen, guys, I'm telling you, I've had some situations where my knees were buckling, but nobody in the world except me and God and Satan, old sickening behind, would even know, right? So it's not that I don't get fearful, because I do, probably more than some of you. But I'm determined to always push past the fear, because I know that on the other side of that fear is a blessing. Why? Because Satan wouldn't be trying to fool you up with fear for something that's not going to benefit you or something that's not going to manifest. Why would he fool you up with fear if it's not going to be a blessing? So that's why it's important to push past the fear. If that takes for you to, which I do all the time, sit in your car before you go into a meeting or wherever you're going or whatever you're dealing with, and listen to inspirational music and motivational recordings on YouTube, and just get your energy up, get your spirit up, and push past that fear. Most people lose a lot of blessings because they're afraid to take that first step. That first step can be very tricky, because sometimes the voices can be very similar between God, the Holy Spirit, and Satan and his old sickening self. And that's why sometimes it's very important not to, verbally speak what it is you're doing, or vocally speak what it is you're doing, because Satan's listening too. And because he's tricky, sometimes he can make his voice sound just as promising as the Spirit, and it's the wrong voice that you're following. But here's the good part. Anytime something is from God, if something is not from God, he will not allow the door to open. So let's just say, for example, you're wanting to move into a new house, right? Let's just say you're going to rent the house. Just saying, you're going to rent this new house, and you feel like you have this word from God, honey. Yes, honey, God done showed you how you're going to have your couches set up and all that stuff. I mean, you're excited. You done told everybody about it, which is mistake number 1. Don't ever tell anybody your blessings until you have achieved those blessings, because people can pray against your downfall before the blessing is even manifested. So be careful about how much you speak on what you're trying to manifest until it manifests. So anyway, so you go to get this house, and I mean, you got your hopes all the way up. And something happens. The loan didn't go through, the application didn't go through, or somebody else got the house, whatever. And you're probably heartbroken because you had your mindset. So you were not fluid in your thinking. You weren't fluid in your thinking. Your mind was just set on that one thing because you believe you had a word from God. But Satan's so tricky. He set you up. He played you. He played me plenty of times, this old sickness. So that's all right though. But God didn't allow that door to open. Now, God didn't allow that door to open because, for one, that was not from God. And it's important to be very, very thankful versus being upset. because you don't know what could have happened in that household. That house could have been a target. You don't know what could have happened in that household. So God shut that down. So my point is, don't be afraid to take the first step, because that's the only way you're going to know, what's right, what's wrong. So when you decide to take the first step, you just have to be fluid in your thinking. You have to be telling yourself, okay, I really, really want this thing, but I trust and believe it is not for me. God will not allow it to open. Now, here's what you have to also be careful at. This could be very tricky too. Sometimes when we want something so bad and God didn't allow it to open, we ourselves will start trying to pry it open. For example, you got turned down from the house because of the application. Now you go and find 10 other of your family members to fill out the application in their name, lie on the application for you, go and forge certain things, Okay, so now, after God shut the door, you're now going back to forge it because you want it so bad, even though God have already said no. That's very, very dangerous. That's very, very dangerous. God, I know, guys. It's not easy, right? Life is not easy. It's not. It's truly not easy. But I lost my train of thought just that quick. So anyway, I just want to encourage someone, like, if there's something that you're going after, please take that first step. Push past the fear. Just do it. Just do it. Because I guarantee you, if it's not meant, the door will not open. Just do it. What can you lose? Just stay fluid in your mind. That's all you do. Like, yeah, oh man, yeah, I really wanted that, but you know what? God got something better. So you guys have a great one. I'm going to find me some blue crabs, honey. I'm finished up for today. I'm going to get me some blue crabs. And you guys have a great one. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.